Hey, how's it going? Great to see y'all again. Look, I am not done with this series yet for some reason. I don't know why I'm committing to this, but we've already done Gens 1 through 8. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has been out now for officially 2 weeks when this video goes up. It's Wednesday when I'm recording this, but that's just how my schedule works, so we'll go with it. But the important thing is, when this goes up, the 2-week spoiler rule will be officially up, and if you clicked this video in the first place, you probably don't care about spoilers. So we're here to rate all of the new Pokemon in Paldea. I have no idea how this is gonna go because Pokemon.com/Pokedex, which is what I used before for the previous 8 videos and the Smasher Pass thing, isn't updated with all the Gen 9 Pokemon yet. Probably because there's still DLC they need to release, and they want to release the DLC before they update the Pokedex. I don't know, maybe they're just lazy. Could also be possible. Pokemon Violet, which is the one I've had, was an absolute treat, if a little bit laggy. I loved the game. Wonderful game. Probably the best Pokemon game there is right now. If you can look past the whole performance issues, which you'll be able to in a little bit because they're working on optimizing the game, it's a really, really good game. Really good. Super good, in fact. So, seeing as how I have 8 prior videos of me rating every Pokemon from 1 to 10 based on how much I like them, and an extra Smasher Pass video purely because that was the thing that's going around, I think we'll do a combination of those two going forward, where I will rate the Pokemon from 1 to 10 and then give a Smasher Pass, just to really bring this whole series together with how absolutely terrible and low effort it is. Without further ado, we have 100-ish new Pokemon to go through, so let's get right into it. Sprigatito. This was my starter. It was a starter I planned on from the moment that the Gen 9 starters were revealed, and I'm not disappointed. I like Sprigatito. It's a pretty good one. It's not my favorite starter. That will still probably go to Delphox, and its whole line, because it's just wonderful and I love it so much. But it is up there, probably around the same spot as Primarina and that line. I don't remember what I rated them because I rated those at the beginning of this year. Actually beforehand, I think, because that was on my old PC. Wow, it's been a while. Anyway, I like Sprigatito. We'll give it a 7 out of 10. Good start. Florigato. Also good. Also really good. I really, really like Florigato specifically, which is unheard of for a second stage starter Pokemon. I think there's 2 others. I think the only other time that has happened is with Grovyle and Quilava. Both Pokemon I love and actually prefer over the final evolution. Sceptile especially, I'm not crazy about. I love Grovyle though, and Typhlosion I'm just kind of okay with, but I absolutely adore Quilava. Florigato, really good. Really like it. Honestly, I'll probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. I forgot to do the Smash thing for Sprigatito. It's a pass because it's a literal kitten, and I ain't into that. Florigato, however, it's getting closer, but it's still going to be a pass for me. So 8.5 pass. Meowscarada. I like it. I do like it. I feel like, for me personally, it could have been done better. There's a couple things that I would have personally changed. Namely, its hands are really weird, especially with the fact that its claws are retracted and it's just this weird black stripe on each of its fingers. But other than that, I do like Meowscarada, but I think I still like Florigato just a little bit more. So I'll say we'll give Meowscarada a 7.5 because I still do really like it. Smash. Fuecoco. It's a crocodile, so I immediately love it. He's doofy, and the little opening cinematic of him burning the apple and being just super disappointed about it is just incredibly charming. I think everybody likes Fuecoco, and it's you're justified in that. So we'll give Fuecoco a 7 out of 10 as well. Crocolore. Ah, yes, there's the awkward middle stage I was looking for. I'm not sure why they made him look like that, because given what Skeledirge is, it doesn't really have anything common with the final evolution. It was basically just going along with the slightly goofy design of Fuecoco and doubled down on it by giving it a sombrero. But then Skeledirge is completely unrelated, basically. So I'm actually not crazy about Crocolore, even with the fact that it is a crocodile, and I'm biased. It's not terrible though, so we'll give it a 5.5 because I don't hate it. It's just I like it, but not too terrible amount. I didn't that whole Smasher Pass thing isn't really working out because I think I forgot Fuecoco as well. It's a pass. This is also a pass. Skeledirge. This is a really, really cool Pokemon with a really, really cool typing. Fire, Ghost, Flaming, Singer, Crocodile. Really cool. Really cool. If I didn't like Meowscarada as much as I did, I probably would have gone with Fuecoco instead and gone with Skeledirge. We'll give it a like a 7.2, and pass. Quaxley. It's a duck, and I don't like ducks, and it looks stupid. It could have been worse though, for a starter and for a duck. So we'll give it like a 3 out of 10 pass. Quaxwell. Ha. 1 pass. Quackwaval. I like where they were going with it, but I'm not crazy about Quackwaval's design. I like it, but I don't love it. So we'll give it like a 5.6 out of 10, and it's gonna be a pass from me. Too much energy. Lechonk. Yay, another pig I didn't ask for. 1 pass. Oinkologne. Yep, that's a pig, all right. It's the most fitting of the normal type. Wow, my brain just turned off just then. It's a pig, and that is about it. 1 out of 10 pass. So given the weird way I'm doing this, I'm not sure what Pokedex number these are, so it's not going to be in Pokedex order. Probably. I don't know. I'm just going by what Cerebi is showing me. So luckily for me, I won't have to do the extra effort of giving the Pokedex, the national dex number of all these Pokemon and their name. I'll just have to do their name because we don't have the national dex numbers, or at least I don't, and I'm not looking for it. So with that in mind, Dunsparce. I'm very happy that Dunsparce finally got evolution because I love Dunsparce, and part of that was because he was so terrible. So on one hand, I am very happy he got an evolution. I'm very happy it's just Dunsparce, but more so. But on the other hand, I am kind of in the boat of I wish he turned into a dragon or something. It would have been cool if he got, like, he evolved into a dragon and was dragon normal, because as it currently stands, the only other dragon normal in the game is Grandpa Dragon, Drampa. So it would have been cool if we got another one and it was an evolution Dunsparce. But no, it's basically just a bigger Dunsparce. And on some level, I'm okay with that. The 2-segment form, for memes, will get a 2 out of 10, but in reality, it'll give a 7 out of 10. And the 3-segment form, similarly, gives a 3 out of 10, but actually gets a 7 out of 10 because I don't really care which one I get. I got the 2-segment form, unfortunately. The 3-segment one is apparently rare. I didn't know that. I just evolved mine. And, yeah, we'll pass. We'll pass on Dunsparce. Tarantula. He's funny. He's not really what I would want in a spider Pokemon, or I guess tarantula, but it's covered in webs, so it can't be a tarantula because they don't spin web. Whatever, doesn't matter. But I like him. I don't love him, but I like him. We'll give him a 6 out of 10. Pass. Spidops. Unexpected, but I do like Spidops. We'll probably give it like a 6.5 and a pass. Nimble. I'm not sure what to think about Nimble because I'm not sure what its design inspirations are. See, that's the great thing about having avoided spoilers this whole time. I don't know any of the inspirations. Well, not any. I know a couple just from random anecdotes I have. I don't know the majority of the weird ones inspirations, like Nimble specifically. I don't know why it's a grasshopper shaped like that. I don't know why it's got those weird, like, spinny things. I'd assume it's probably got, like, something to do with, like, a springy toy or something like that. That's my best guess. I don't know. Nimble specifically, I'm not crazy about, so we'll give it a 4 out of 10 and a pass. Low Kicks, however, I really, really like because he looks like an Ultraman villain, and while I don't know literally anything about Ultraman, there's been some bleed over between Ultraman and Godzilla, and I know a lot about Godzilla. So purely because Ultraman is adjacently related to Godzilla in some tangential way, gives him bonus points. I do like Low Kicks, and it's the first Bug Dark Pokemon, which is slightly annoying because even though I had the idea for a while, we got an actual Bug Dark before I made my Fakemon Bug Dark, and now I need to get around to that. Whoopsie-doo, here comes the goo. Don't take that the wrong way, Low Kicks, because while you are a 7.5 out of 10, because I really, really like Low Kicks, you are a pass, unfortunately. Rellor! It's a dung beetle, and I don't really care. 5 pass. Rabsca. This is actually a Pokemon that I haven't seen before because I didn't bother catching and evolving the Rabsca. Bug Psychic's a cool typing. I think the only other Pokemon that's done that is Orbeetle from last generation. It is a little weird that they did a Bug Psychic back-to-back, however. And looking at it right now, seeing how this is basically just a gut reaction for me because I never saw this Pokemon, I kind of like it. We'll give it like a 6.2 out of 10. Pass, because ew. Did I pass Rellor? I'm pretty sure I did, but I'll say pass just now, just in case. Grievard. On one hand, I like Ghost Dog, It's fun. I have a ghost dog persona, so it relates to me in some way. But Grievard specifically looks a little weird, a little strange. Not too terribly thrilled about this pup. But on some level, it is still a pup, so it's good in that regard, I guess. As I mentioned in a previous video of this, I don't unconditionally love dogs. I'm just kind of like a little bit positive towards them. And I'm not really crazy about this one. We'll give it like a 5.2 because I don't exactly feel normal about it. I just kind of like it a little bit. 5.2 and a pass. Houndstone. I do like Houndstone. Quite a bit. I didn't use one in my playthrough, but I did run into it and I've considered it a lot. But there was a lot of Pokemon in Gen 9 I wanted to use, and my final team was basically decided as I was going to the Elite Four. I did not have a committed team basically throughout the entire time I played the game. And Houndstone was one of those Pokemon that was like making me rethink, but I already had a Ghost type in my team, and we'll get to that one later. Houndstone is a good Pokemon though. I just wish it was Ghost Rock, because I thought it was Ghost Rock, A, because it has stone in the name, but it's a tombstone. That's where the stone in its name comes from, and has a tombstone on its head. But because it has a tombstone on its head and it hangs out in the ground and you can only see the tombstone, I figured it was Ghost Ground or Ghost Rock, and apparently it's just Mono Ghost, which I find a little weird. And a Ghost Rock Pokemon would be really cool, because I don't think we have one of those. We have Menior, who's, I believe, no, he's Flying Rock, which is unique typing, but, well, not unique, because Aerodactyl. Is Aerodactyl Rock? Yeah, because all the fossil Pokemon are. What am I talking about? I wish he was Ghost Rock. Even though I'm not crazy about Rock-type Pokemon, it would have been an interesting and neat typing to have. But, seeing as how he's not, we'll give him like a 6.8 and a pass. Flittle. Yeah, this is a Pokemon that I just kind of rolled past on my Miraidon, and, completely ignored because I figured it would evolve into something stupid because it looks stupid. I really don't like Flittle, and it's one of the tiny Pokemon that you'll run into constantly if you are zooming around just trying to go places where these little things are around. And for that, I'm probably gonna give this thing like a 3 and a pass because, like, ew. Espathra. I almost really like it. I almost do, but I found myself, as I was playing and had an Espathra on my team, liking it less and less for some reason, and then I saw it lift its head up and it did the same thing that Hawlucha does, where its beak isn't a beak and it just has a hole in its neck just randomly, and that made me really not like it. However, the shiny Espathra almost makes me want to get one and actually use it, because that is like pastel goth territory, which is like, I vibe with that so much. Snowy's design isn't pastel goth, it's probably just closer to just goth, but I do appreciate that visual style, and that's how I would describe Espathra shiny. So with its shiny in mind, because just to give this thing the benefit of the doubt, well, I'll give it like a 7. That's a really good shiny, 7.5, and I think this will be our second smash of the day. Wow, bored, who could have guessed? Farigiraf. Oh, good. I love this thing. I did not give a single care about Girafarig, and I'm pretty sure most people didn't because it was just kind of a throwaway Pokemon. Well, not really a throwaway Pokemon. It obviously had some inspiration and design behind it. I'm sure the person who made Girafarig really liked Girafarig and put a lot of passion into it. It just ended up not being a great or notable Pokemon, even though it had unique typing. Well, not anymore, obviously, but when it came out in Gen 2. But now, that's all perfectly fine because Girafarig is now just the kind of mediocre, pretty cute pre-evolution of Farigiraf. A good Pokemon with a really fun design. I really like Farigiraf. I almost wish that Dunsparce got this kind of treatment for its evolution instead of just haha funny, but given the Pokemon that Dunsparce is, I can respect the haha funny. I really like Farigiraf a whole lot, which is weird because I'm not crazy about giraffes. I don't hate them, it's just like a long neck horse. Ooh, cool. But Farigiraf specifically is a Pokemon I kept basically since I got it, and it is one of the Pokemon that I took with me to the Elite Four, and it's one of the first few Pokemon I got to level 100. I really like Farigiraf. I'll give it like an 8.2 out of 10, and thinking about some of the art I've seen where they've like scaled down the neck a little bit and like, you know, added tits and such, I'll give it a smash. 8.2 and a smash. Wiglet! It's funny. It's not just a hot dog stuck in the ground. It's a tube worm garden eel situation. I did not use it and had no interest in using it, but I respect it. So we'll give it like a 6.3 out of 10. Pass. Wug Trio. I'm so happy they actually did that with the name, purely by virtue of how hilarious its name is. I'll give Wug Trio a 7 out of 10. Pass still. Dondozo. I am always partial to giant catfish Pokemon because while I am terrified of giant catfish in real life because they will literally eat anything that they can fit in their mouths. You would think catfish bottom feeder. No, the big ones they're like hippos. They'll just eat what they can get. If they can fit it down their gullet and it doesn't kill them, they'll eat it. And that freaks me out. But I do like giant catfish. I think they're cool. And we got a giant catfish Pokemon. We already had a catfish Pokemon, but it was kind of small. Now we have a giant catfish Pokemon, and it has a unique gimmick to it that makes it terrifying, apparently. I haven't done anything with a Dondozo because I basically just caught one and boxed it because, you know, the whole situation of trying to sort my team. But I do like Dondozo. I think it's neat. I think it's fun, and they are absolutely unkillable in Terror Raid dens. Oh my god, this thing is tanky. I'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10. Hard pass, though. Hard pass. Veluza. Very, very cool. Very cool fish Pokemon, which I can't say for a lot of fish Pokemon. Veluza is a really interesting and neat Pokemon. I wish it was Water Steel, because I'm sure other people have had this. When I rolled up to a Veluza and saw it for the first time, I saw it's like shiny sheen, and I figured, oh, is that who's the guy? Chomper? Something like that. The guy from Banjo-Kazooie, the giant shark. It made me think of him, and I really like him. Clanker, that's his name, Clanker. It made me think of Clanker, and I really like Clanker. He's adorable. I'd never, despite having submechanophobia and thalassophobia, I was never really scared of Clanker. I just thought he was cute. And because I like Clanker, I like Veluza. So I was hoping that he would be Water Steel, because that's a super cool typing that I'm pretty sure is only shared with Empoleon at the moment. But he is, in fact, Water Psychic, which is shared with like Slowbro and Slowking and Bruxish. So, with that in mind, we do now have a water psychic type fish that isn't Bruxish. So if you're looking for that, here you go. It's Veluza, and it's pretty damn cool. I like it. We give it like an 8 out of 10, which is weird for a fish Pokemon, but seeing as how Feebas is in the game, I better have a fish that I like, I guess. 8 out of 10. Hard pass though. Finizen. Oh, this poor thing. This is a Pokemon I have basically done a complete 180 on. When I ran into it for the first time, I was like, ooh, I want that, because I love cetaceans, I love dolphins and whales and porpoises and such. So I really wanted this. I really wanted Finizen. I was hoping it would evolve into an Orca, so I have an Orca Pokemon that isn't Kyogre, so I can actually use it in my team and not feel like I'm cheating. So I caught it, and I was like, oh, it's adorable. I can't wait to use this thing. And then I evolved it, and we'll get to that in a second, and I was like, oh, okay, I can respect it. And just as the time went on, I started liking it less and less and less, and then I forgot to mute my phone. Wow. So I started liking it less and less as time went on, and now I'm into a boat where it's like really not a Pokemon I like anymore. So regrettably, we'll give Finizen like a 3 out of 10. I wish it would have been an 8 like I was hoping it would be, but it's a 3. Pass. And then Palafin, the reason I stopped liking Finizen. Hey, you might realize, wow, it didn't change at all. That's because it has a unique gimmick, it has a unique ability. When this Pokemon switches out and it is like, oh, I need to help my friends or whatever, because that's its whole gimmick, it turns into its hero form, which you can now see right beside its zero form. That's what they're called. I muted my phone, what do you mean? So, the hero form is really good. Its stats are insane. However, it looks really dumb. And that is very disappointing, because I was expecting this thing to evolve into something equally as adorable, but like bigger, maybe a special defense tank with some support moves. That's what I was expecting. Instead, we got a situational speedy sweeper that looks really dumb. Palafin is probably my least favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, purely because I was so unbelievably disappointed when it evolved. So we'll give this thing like a... we'll give it a 1 out of 10 pass. Smoliv! It's adorable. I love Small. It's so goofy. It's like, we have Pokemon in this with a bunch of like meme terms. We have Lechonk, we have Smoliv, we have Knackley, which is salty, but the chemical symbol for salt. It's incredible that Pokemon's gone this far. Anyway, Grass, Normal, Olive, called Smoliv. It's simple and effective. And it's shiny, it has a black olive. Like, that's just the most obvious thing they could have possibly done. Smoliv is like a 7 out of 10. I really like it. Pass, however. Dolliv! It's adorable. I like it. It's like a little paper doll. But, you know, olives and not paper. Sticks with the whole black olive situation with the shiny, and it looks really nice. This is a simple and effective design. I really like it. We'll give it like an 8.2 out of 10. I don't have one, and I probably should amend that at some point just because I want one. But yeah, 8.2 out of 10. And we'll go Smash just to switch things up. The Pokemon I'm still not fully sure how to pronounce the name of. Arboliva? Arboliva? I'm gonna say Arboliva because I assume it has olive in the name. Anyway, Arboliva. On one hand, I like it. On the other, I wish it stuck with the whole paper doll situation that Dolliv had, but I do like it. Not as much as Dolliv, but I do like Arboliva. We'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10 and a pass. Capsakid. They finally did Fire Grass, and they did what everyone was expecting in making a pepper Pokemon, because that's the obvious thing for Fire Grass. And unfortunately, it's Capsakid. 1 out of 10, pass. And Scovillain. Yeah, it's not any better. This thing's ugly as sin. 1 out of 10, pass. Tadbulb. I really don't like this one, which is it's a good thing it evolves. Because I really don't like Tadbulb. 1 out of 10, pass. Bellybolt, however, is absolutely delightful, especially when you cover up the false eyes on the side of its head and you just see him sitting there all happy and such. I really like Bellybolt. He's hilarious. We'll give him like an 8 out of 10. Pass because he's too goofy. Varoom. A Pokemon I'm very indifferent about. I have like no opinion. I feel like I should like him because it's a really funny thing. Steel Poison, he's an engine, haha, pollution. I'm only really okay with it. So we'll give it like a 5.5 out of 10. Pass, because not the engine. No thank you. Revavroom. I like it considerably more actually. It's got like that Rat Rod sticker aesthetic to it, which I'm pretty sure is exactly what they were going for. I appreciate it. It's still not a Pokemon I think I will use, but I do appreciate and I do like Revavroom. I just wish we got a whole ass card like the Team Star leaders did, but Revavroom is still cool. We'll give it like a 7.2 out of 10. Still pass. Orthworm. The worm train. This thing is adorable. I didn't use it purely by virtue of there was too many Pokemon I wanted to use, and this one was lower on the list. But I do like Orthworm. It's adorable. It's so easy to just make a worm a train and calling it a Pokemon, and they went with that, and it works. Go figure. 8 out of 10. Pass. Pandamouse. It's cute, but I don't really care. 6 out of 10. Pass. Mousehold. Still very cute. Still don't care. We'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10. Pass. Citadel. Hey, there's a whale Pokemon I was talking about before. This thing is like illegally cute, especially for the fact that it's huge because it's a whale. I really like this Pokemon. I really, really do. I didn't use it even though it is Ice type, and Ice is my favorite type. Again, because there was more Pokemon I wanted to use rather than this. I will probably use a Citadel and its evolution eventually, especially now that I'm on Cerebi and I can see it shiny, and that's a really nice shiny. I'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10 and a pass. Cititan. Wow, now that I have seen this thing shiny, I really want one. Holy crap, that is cool. I'll put it up as well, just because specifically now I really like this Pokemon. Cititan. It's another tanky Ice-type Pokemon, which is treading a little bit on Avalug's territory, but you'll love to see it just anytime Ice types are doing something other than just trying their best to sweep before they die. I respect that, especially now that snow is a thing and not hail, and it makes it so ice types are more tanky. It's actually a feasible thing you can do now, especially with Aurora Veil. So Titan's really cool, and its shiny is exceptionally cool. I will probably shiny hunt this thing now. Wow. My opinion went from not really caring about it to really loving this Pokemon. I want to give it a 9 out of 10. I really like this Pokemon all of a sudden. 9 out of 10 and pass. Frigibax, a terrible start to a really cool line. I hate the way this thing looks, and I was entirely banking on it evolving and me loving it, and I was right, luckily. Frigibax, however, I hate. This thing is terrible looking. It looks like ass. 1 out of 10 pass. Arctibax. Love it. Love everything about it. Love everything about it. Dragon Ice type Spinosaurus. Love this thing. This is gonna be a 9.5 out of 10. I love this thing. Oh my god. 9.5 pass. Baxcalibur. Good. Love this thing. I feel like with Baxcalibur specifically, Game Freak like tapped into my brain and like extracted some of the interests I have, because it is a Spinosaurus Baryonyx mixed with a ton of Godzilla references, which is like my personality on a whole. Oh, and not to mention, it's my favorite type, along with being dragon type, so it's a dragon ice type Spinosaurus Baryonyx Godzilla monster, with its unique move being a reference to a Godzilla movie. I can't rate this thing anything lower than a 9, and I want to give it a 9.6 out of 10, so I'm going to do that. So we'll say like 9.6 out of 10, and yeah, we'll go smash. Tatsugiri. This is definitely a Pokemon where they were really banking on it being cute for people liking it, and they did succeed in making a cute Pokemon, but they didn't succeed in a Pokemon that I care about, because I was expecting this thing to evolve. It does not evolve. Its whole gimmick is the pairing with Dondozo, and when they pair together, they make an absurdly good Pokemon. But that's 2 Pokemon that I need to dedicate to making actually work, and because of that, the funny little sushi dragonfish doesn't evolve, and that upsets me. Also, apparently each one of its different forms has a different shiny, which is going to be a nightmare for people who want a shiny living dex. On a whole, I'll give it like a 6 out of 10, because it is cute, but like it's not a Pokemon I care about. 6 out of 10 and a pass. Cyclizar. It's I guess it's the modern day version of Miraidon and Koraidon, and it's a serviceable Pokemon. It definitely looks like a Pokemon. Definitely, absolutely looks like a Pokemon. Another Dragon Normal type. A little bit upset that the Dragon Normal type of Gen 9 was not dedicated to Dunsparce's evolution, but we got another one, and I'm fine with that. I was never really interested in using Cyclizar, and its stats are just kind of okay. Its whole thing is going really fast, and because of that, with the fact that it's just a normal Pokemon, all of its other stats are just kind of okay. And because of that, I wasn't really interested in using it, and I didn't use it in the end. But I do like Cyclizar, so we'll give it like a 7 out of 10. No, that's a little bit too high. 6.5 out of 10, pass. Palmy, yay, Pikachu ripoff, and it's another one I hate. The track record still consists of Pachirisu exclusively, kind of. 1 out of 10, pass. Palmo, hey look, it stood up and got a little bit taller. Still don't care, 1 out of 10, pass. Palmont, hey look, it got a little bit taller, and that's the evolution. Wow, a 0.2 out of 10, pass. This design sucks. Wattrel, yay, more bird Pokemon. Love it, love to see it. Wattrel is a funny little bird, I like it. I'm not specifically sure what bird it's based off of, which is like a sin to me because I pride myself on knowing random bird facts. I don't know what this thing's based off of. If you told me, I'll probably say like, oh, that makes sense. Let's see if Cerebi knows. That's too much reading, I'm not gonna bother. Anyway, I like Wattrel. It's a funny little bird. We'll give it like a 6.8 out of 10. Pass. Kilowattrel. That's a pretty cool bird. Especially for the fact that it's supposed to be like a seafaring bird, like an albatross or like a seagull. I'm gonna say albatross though, because I don't like seagulls. It might be an albatross, I don't know. But regardless, I really like this Pokemon. It's super cool, and it's shockingly good for just a random regional bird Pokemon, which doesn't usually happen. If there's a good bird Pokemon in a game, usually it's like later on in the game that you randomly find, like Braviary or Skarmory to an extent. But no, this one's just the regional bird. You're just gonna go find it. It's weird that it's a 2-stage though, and I was expecting this thing to evolve, but even though it doesn't, I still like it a whole lot. So yeah, we'll go like 7.3 out of 10. Smash. Bombardier. Wow, that shiny is insanely cool. Holy crap, that shiny is insanely cool. Okay, we might have another situation of Satitan where my opinion of this thing goes up even farther because of its shiny being awesome. Bombardier. At first glance, I was not crazy about it. Well, actually, at first glance, I saw it walking around. I was like, ooh, Stork Pokemon. I love it. So good. And then I saw it flying around and carrying the like weird chest flap on it, and I was like, oh no, it's weird. But then I caught one and saw it and was able to look at it standing there, and it was in my Pokedex, and it mentioned that that's an apron, basically. And it looks like an apron now that I'm actually able to look at it, and this thing is basically a maid bird, which is like, it made it infinitely better. So I started really liking Bombardier, especially with the fact that it's flying dark. I thought it would be flying rock because its whole thing is dropping rocks on things. Nope, it's flying dark because dropping rocks on things is really rude. So it's my second favorite type. It's a bird, it's a maid bird, and its shiny is awesome. My opinion of this Pokemon went up like indefinitely just then. 9.4 out of 10, smash. Oh hey, on the flip side, bird Pokemon I don't give a crap about, Squawkabilly. 2, I guess, purely because it's a bird and I have to rate it slightly higher. Pass. Hey, more bird Pokemon I don't care about. Flamigo. Yeah, you definitely have toucan syndrome of you're just what you are based off of. However, the person designing you, I don't think understood how a flamingo's beak works and just kind of split it down the middle. And because of that, you're not even doing the just a bird thing correctly. And you're also exceptionally annoying to deal with in the early game. So we'll give you like a 1.5 out of 10. I really don't like Flamigo. Pass. Cloth. Yes, the pinnacle of Pokemon design. Oh my god. To think all they had to do was put googly eyes on a crab and make it rock type for me to make a crab Pokemon I actually like, that's just mind-boggling to me. I love Cloth. This thing is hilarious and has no right being as terrifying as it is. Purely for memes, purely for memes, I'm gonna give this thing a 10 out of 10. In reality, it's probably gonna be like a 9.5, but we'll just say 10 out of 10 because this is the pinnacle of crab. All roads lead to crab, and all crab roads lead to Cloth. 10 out of 10, wonderful Pokemon. Pass, however. No thank you on the crab. Hey, look, it's a Pokemon I mentioned earlier. Knackley, salty. I like it. It's fun. It looks like a Mario 1-up mushroom. I had no idea what type this thing is. Apparently it's just mono rock. I thought it was rock fighting because it's angry, it's salty, whatever. Haha. I like it. It's unoffensive. We'll go like 6.2 out of 10. Pass. Knackle Stack. Minecraft Pokemon. This thing is adorable. I love it. And with funny Minecraft joke in mind, along with the fact that its name is amazing, Knackle Stack. That is so much fun to say. Yeah, we'll give this thing a 7 out of 10. Pass. Garganackle. Yeah, we're still good. We're still good. That's, I like it. It's fun. It's a fun Pokemon design. It's different. It's unique. Still slightly weird that's mono rock type, but I guess that makes sense for, you know, assault Pokemon. Not like assault, but a salt Pokemon. Just to be perfectly clear. Yeah, I like it. I think I like Knackle Stack slightly more, so we'll give this thing like a 6.9 out of 10. Nice. Pass though. Glimmet. It's cute. I like it. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be based off of, like at all. Poison rock poison is cool though. I had to flip it because it's technically rock poison, not poison rock. Rock poison. It's cool typing. Only ever shared with Nihilego, I believe. And this thing's cute. I like it. I used one for a while. 7 out of 10. Pass. Glimora. The picture here isn't really doing justice because it's not like folded out. It's all like torpedo mode and all of its petals are folded up to its body, but it's still cute. I still like it. Still fun design. We'll also give this one a 7 out of 10. Pass. Shroodle. Yeah, yes. The Pokemon that I, unlike basically all of my friends, was not immediately taken with and just kind of ignored. And turns out when it evolved, I was right. Yeah, I didn't like Shroodle as much as everyone else did. 3 out of 10. Pass. Grafaiai. As far as monkey Pokemon go, it's not the most offensive thing I've ever seen. However, it's still a gross monkey Pokemon. and I still don't like it. So Grafii gets like a 2 out of 10 pass. Fido, wow, this list is really weirdly put together because I feel like this should probably be sooner in the Pokedex, but Sarah B doesn't know the national Pokedex numbers because we don't know the national Pokedex numbers, so we're just kind of playing it by ear for the time being. Fido is a very safe Pokemon. They wanted to make an adorable little dog Pokemon that everyone would like, and wada bing, wada bam, they did it. All they had to do was make a bread dog. But a dog with a butt on him. But a dog with a butt on him. It was the easiest, simple thing they could have possibly done, and go figure. Yeah, it works, even on me. Usually I don't like the cute bait Pokemon, but like, I mean, come on, look at Fido. We'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Pass. And Doxbun. Yeah, I really like this Pokemon. I didn't use it because I wasn't confident on what Fido would evolve into. I was in the back of my mind thinking it was going to be a Slurpuff situation, so I just ignored it. And I regret ignoring it because I kind of wish I had a Doxbun in my team. But in the end, it probably would have got kicked out anyway for something else. But I really like Doxbun. It's like, oh my, it's just, it is the safest thing they could have possibly done with a cute Pokemon. And like, I mean, you can't go wrong. This thing's adorable. Like 8 out of 10. Pass, however. Well, actually, no, we'll go Smash. Oh, dog Pokemon right back to back. Mastiff. Mastiff specifically, I'm not crazy about. Especially, or not especially, but primarily because of like its weird stance. It's weird, like how it's got its head leaning to one side. It looks like it has like a spine issue, and it makes me feel bad for it. On top of the fact that I thought it was gonna be fire type because of its color palette, but no, it's mono dark type, and because of that, we didn't get Mightyena in this game. We got Mastiff instead. We got a new Pokemon, and we didn't get Mightyena back, which means I can't bring over my shiny Mightyena from ORAS that I have been waiting to bring back into a game, but I haven't gotten the chance to yet, and I'm a little bit salty about, but we'll ignore that. Mastiff, I'm not crazy about. We'll give it like a 3 out of 10. Pass. Mabostiff. I like this one considerably more, but the pictures here don't really do it justice for why I like it, because it's just kind of relaxed and just kind of staring there. When Mabostiff is in a battle and you can see its big ass like chain chomp mouth, I really start to like it, because it's got that chain chomp aesthetic, but isn't a chain chomp. It's a dog. It's a dark type dog with a chain chomp aesthetic, which I really like. And I probably at some point will get one of these, because I didn't catch an evolved Mastiff because I didn't like Mastiff, so I didn't want to. I just figured it would evolve into something I didn't like, and I'm a little bit upset that I didn't commit to it, purely because I do like Mastiff quite a lot. We'll give him like a 7.5 out of 10. Pass. Bramblin. They actually made a tumbleweed Pokemon and made it Grass Ghost. Yeah, good job. I like this Pokemon. It's fun. We'll go like 6.5 out of 10. Pass. Bramblegast. It's got a smiley face now. This is such a silly Pokemon. I love it. 7 out of 10. Pass. Gimmighoul. No, not really. It's unique, I guess. Since I saw Gimmighoul, I didn't know what to feel about Gimmighoul. So we'll just give it a 5 out of 10 just to be fair and say pass. Goldango. I hated it at first, and then I found out what it is. It's a stack of coins, and it has the Gimmighoul's chest strapped to its back. It's basically a coin mech or a coin golem. And now that I know that, okay, that makes sense. And I started liking it a little bit more. I still don't love it, but I don't hate it. So I think this is going to be another 5 out of 10 and a pass for me. Great Tusk. Yeah, great is the way I would describe that. This is I don't know, I'm trying to avoid spoilers. This whole fucking thing is spoilers. It's a Paradox Pokemon from Scarlet, so it's from the past. And it's super cool. It's incredibly cool and also insanely good. This thing's terrifying. Incredibly terrifying. Great Tusk is really, really, really cool. We'll give it an 8 out of 10 and a pass. Brute Bonnet. Amogus. It's an ancient Amogus. Grass Dark, which is a little weird given Meowscarada and everything, but I like it. It's fun. 7 out of 10. Pass. Sandy Shocks. Yeah, I like it quite a lot. It's Caveman Magneton. That's hilarious. Electric Ground. Incredibly unique typing. Incredibly unique, and you gotta love it. Sandy Shocks is, again, I know I'm saying a lot this time, but there's a lot of good Pokemon in here. Sandy Shocks is another really fun Pokemon. I like it. 8 out of 10. Pass. Screamtail. Okay, bad example of really good Pokemon. I don't care and I will never care. 1 out of 10. Pass. Fluttermane. Oh, I wish you evolved. I wish you evolved so much. God, I wish you evolved. If I got a prehistoric Mismagius, I think I would lose my mind. But we only got Mischievous. I still like it. Ghost Fairy, only shared with Mimikyu, I think. Cool Pokemon, cool typing. I wish it evolved. So we'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. So not an 8. If it evolved, probably would have been an 8. And the evolution, I'm sure whatever it would have been a 9. But it doesn't evolve, so 7.5 pass. Slitherwing. 10. I love this Pokemon. 10. 10 and pass. Move on, just 10. Roaring Moon. 10. 10 smash. We're moving on. Iron Treads. 9.5 pass. Iron Moth. 10 pass. Here we go. Let's break up the good streak for a little bit. Iron Hands. Ha. No, I don't care. I never cared. I don't care. Same exact situation with Screamtail. I don't care and I will never care. 1 out of 10. Pass. Iron Jugulus. I would wager and would have preferred if they called this thing Mecha Dragon. That would have been awesome. But Iron Jugulus is still insanely cool and I love, so this is going to be another 10. And we'll go Smash. Iron Thorns. Its shiny is straight up Mechagodzilla. 10 Smash. Iron Bundle. It is hilarious that they bothered. Yeah, I weirdly, with the fact that it is Delibird but robot, I do like it quite a bit. Iron Bundle's perfect. It's not going to be a 10 like 90% of the other Paradox Pokemon, but Iron Bundle's fun. I like it. We'll give it like a we'll say 8.2 out of 10 and a pass. Iron Valiant. This is a thing I wasn't expecting because there is a Gardevoir adjacent thing that I fucking love. That has never happened before. Even Mega Gardevoir I was like okay with. For those who have not watched the rest of the series, which I recommend it. It's a whole lot of fun and a good thing to have on in the background. I don't like Gardevoir, like at all. Like 0. I'm pretty sure I gave Gardevoir a 1 out of 10 and a pass. Then Gallade came out, and I was like, And I was like pretty okay with Gallade. So, and then, you know, the Megas and everything, and I still didn't care. And yet, here we are again. Gardevoir's line is technically getting another thing, and a completely unexpected upset. I love this thing. It is insanely cool, and its shiny, while simple, is insanely cool, and I really want one. Iron Valiant, I'm not sure if it's my favorite Paradox Pokemon. It's between this and Iron Jugulus, maybe Iron Thorns, purely because Mechagodzilla. As far as Paradox Pokemon go, it's probably Slithertail or whatever it was, the prehistoric Slitherwing. It probably goes Slitherwing, Iron Jugulus, Iron Thorns, and then Iron Valiant from bottom to top. Iron Valiant is so cool. I never would have expected myself saying that there is a Gardevoir adjacent thing that I love. 10 out of 10 Smash. Yeah, this is really weird, really weirdly formatted because I'm just going down the list. We're in the legendaries now and there's a bunch of Pokemon we haven't gotten to yet. But either way, Ting-Lu, one of the like weird sceptery situations that you have to go find. Spoiler alert, I like all of them, and Ting-Lu is no exception. We give it like a 8.6 out of 10. I really like it. I really like its aesthetic. I really like its idea. 8.6 and a pass. Of all Pokemon games to give us a Snow Leopard Pokemon, I was not expecting the Spain game. I was also not expecting to get a Dark Ice type Snow Leopard Legendary with a sword. I'm not even going to say any more than that, and I'm just going to rate this thing 10 out of 10 Smash and move on. Wo-Chien. These are Chinese, and I'm not going to bother actually looking up how to pronounce them, so we're just going to say Wo-Chien. This was the first one I ran into of the legendary quartet, and I was giggling the whole time. This thing is hilarious. I love it. It's a pile of leaves in the shape of a snail, and it's really angry. I really like it. We'll give this thing like an 8.6 out of 10. Pass. Chi-Yu. It's it's a goldfish. This thing's hilarious. I love it. We'll give this thing an 8.9 out of 10. Pass. Koraidon. Really cool. Not my preferred of the two, but I respect and appreciate Koraidon. We'll give it we'll say like 8.3 out of 10. Smash. There she is. Good. I named mine Violet because I'm predictable. Miraidon. Yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, which you should, by the way, you should follow me on Twitter, you might have seen my tweet saying that I love Pokemon Violet, and Miraidon is by a leap and a jump my new favorite legendary. This thing pushed down Reshiram and Zeraora for me, which I was not expecting. But I love Miraidon, especially after finishing the game, because this is the first legendary that actually has a personality, which, mind you, Koraidon does as well, but, you know, I played Violet, so it's more personal to me. This is the first legendary that actually has a personality to them, because even in the previous game, you know, you talked to Calyrex, and, you know, you had interactions with Calyrex, and that was the whole thing of Crown Tundra, but he was just kind of a one-note guy who just kind of talked all regally about harvests and shit, and I didn't really care. Miraidon, and by extension Koraidon, were actually given a personality because basically the entire story was written around them. And that's why you had them from the very beginning, because it's this whole situation of you actually building a connection with them, and then there's the whole ending sequence, which I won't spoil because you should play this game. It's good. Yeah, Miraidon's a 10 out of 10. My new favorite legendary, Electric Dragon. Super cool. Love it. Absolutely love it. 10 out of 10 smash. Tinkatink. Hey, a Pokemon that I've progressively started to hate. We'll get through the first two and just say 1 pass. Tinkatuff, 1 pass. And now Tinkaton, 1 pass. But for the reason of that is when I first saw Tinkaton, I was like, oh, hey, that's fun. It's a Pokemon with a giant mallet. That's fun. I like that. And then I was informed by basically the entire internet that in its lore, it likes to punt rocks at Corviknight. And I absolutely adore, love, and respect and appreciate Corviknight. It is one of my favorite Pokemon. And because of that, I hate Tinkaton. Absolutely despise Tinkaton. And it is because of that that this thing is going to get a I'm not going to give it not a rating, because I don't hate it as much as Stunfisk and Emolga, for example, but I am going to give it a 0 out of 10, because I despise this thing now. 0 out of 10 pass. I know I said 1 out of 10 pass earlier, but I'm amending that and saying 0 out of 10 pass. You're welcome, editing me. Well, I guess with the whole Rosie situation, it would be Snowy, but that'd be extra weird, because, like, Snowy's like, you don't care. 0 out of 10 pass. Yes, the polar opposite side of the situation. Charcadet. I have such a special connection with Charcadet because basically everyone I was playing with ran into Charcadet and caught it and either didn't use it outright or gave up on it after it was so terrible for so long, because Charcadet's whole thing is being terrible. Charcadet sucks. But I was like, you know what happens with Pokemon that suck? Like Magikarp and Feebas, they evolve into a really fucking good Pokemon. So I committed, and I kept my Charcadet named Furia in my team throughout the entire playthrough. She never left my team from the moment I got her, and I later found out she was tiny, which made me love her even more because she's like 4'5" and it's adorable. But Furia never left my team, and I was fully dedicated to evolving my Charcadet. And then I found out that it's not level related and not stone related. There is in fact a person in Zapapico I needed to get the Evo item from, but eventually I figured that out, and we'll get to that in a minute. We have Charcadet, and I'm going to give this thing a 9.5 out of 10, and we'll get to why I'm rating it so high in a second. 9.5 out of 10, pass. And I'm going to do these slightly out of order. The one starting with A shows up first, but I'm going directly into the one I had. Ceruledge! Oh my god! Holy crap, I cannot describe to you how much I love this Pokemon. And I didn't mean to open this this tab because I didn't want to see it shiny, but I did, and now I've seen it shiny, and I'm a little bit disappointed, but I still do like it. Ceruledge, I was, what's the word I'm looking for? Me evolving Furia into Ceruledge paid off in dividends. My commitment to evolving my Charcadet paid off in dividends. Not only is this one of the coolest Pokemon in the fucking game now, it is also absurdly good and hits incredibly hard and has a unique move akin to Oblivion Wing for some reason. This thing is literally fucking cheating. I love this thing. I love it so much that Weavile is no longer my favorite Pokemon. A Pokemon that is not Dark Ice type at all, a Pokemon that is not even Dark or Ice type, is now my favorite Pokemon. I adore Ceruledge. This thing is incredible. I love this thing, and it made it so much better because it was basically my reward for committing to the terrible Pokemon known as Charcadet for as long as I did. And I am so happy I committed. So happy. I'm sorry, my voice is dying because, I've been recording for an hour straight. Because Ceruledge is literally fucking cheating, I'm giving this thing an 11 out of 10. Purely because it's cheating. It is cheating. It doesn't care about the rating system. It usurped a Pokemon I loved from the moment I've seen it. That is my two favorite types. Just completely pushed it out of first place. This thing is literally fucking cheating, and it gets 11 out of 10 and a pass from me. Ceruledge is awesome. Or did I say pass? I meant smash. Imagine me gushing this whole time about how much I love Ceruledge and just hitting it with a pass just because. No. 11 out of 10 and a smash is what I meant to say. All right, now let's turn it down just a little bit though. Armarouge, I still really like, which apparently I'm a little bit on the uncommon side with that. The general consensus I have heard from my friends and other people who have played Scarlet and Violet is that Ceruledge is incredibly cool, which is the correct opinion, and Armarouge is which I don't really agree with. I think Armarouge is much more than I really like Armarouge. Obviously, I just gushed about Ceruledge for however long, but I do still appreciate Armarouge. It's cool, it's neat, it's basically what I would expect Charcadet to evolve into if it wasn't a Divergent evolution. This is perfectly what I would expect Charcadet to evolve into. Weirdly, however, it's Fire Psychic and a special attacker, which I was not expecting. I was expecting Fire Steel physical attacker, but I still respect Fire Psychic. I just talked about, or at the beginning of this video, I talked about how much I like Delphox. That's Fire Psychic. Armarouge is cool. Unfortunately, Ceruledge is infinitely cooler, so it's not going to be rated nearly as high, but I'm still giving this thing a 9.2 out of 10 and a smash for me. I really like I like both of these. Charcadet is adorable. Ceruledge is fucking cheating. We just talked about that, and Armarouge is really cool. It's a good line. Really good. Ooh, okay, so I'm just gonna rate this thing an 8 out of 10 and a pass, and then I'm gonna roll my clip I have of me seeing this thing for the first time.
You're gonna throw your Switch.
I'd have to undock it for that.
That tentacle has legs! Why is it walking?
I hate it. I want it to die. Kill it.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Toadscruel. It's not as funny as Toadscruel is, but its shiny is really cool apparently. I'm not gonna use it because I don't care, but I do respect and appreciate its shiny. I wish it retained the funniness of Toadscruel though, so we'll give it like a 5.2 out of 10. Pass. King Gambit. This was very unexpected for me. I was not expecting Bisharp of all Pokemon to get an evolution, because it was already a pretty damn good Pokemon, and now King Gambit is a thing, and it is insanely good. Yeah, it's a super cool Pokemon. I don't think I'm gonna use it, because the blade headdress situation is a little much for me, but I respect how cool of a Pokemon it is, so we'll give it like an 8 out of 10 and a pass. Ooh, yeah, it's wonderful. Clodsire is absolutely delightful. Absolutely delightful. It's just, I don't need to say it. It looks like an eclair. It looks like a chocolate eclair. It's hilarious. 9 out of 10 pass. Aha! Annihilate. Cool. Fucking 0 and pass. Okay, now let's see if I can find the Paldean variant Pokemon so we can close off this video. Every Paldean regional variant in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet from CBR.com. Sure. Oh yeah, we didn't get a whole lot of actual, like, variant Pokemons in this game because Wiglet and Toadschool are unrelated. They're not variants, they're just different Pokemon that look like them. And the variants we got were basically, they got a different evolution. And that's really strange, actually. So Paldean Wooper. Yeah, it's Wooper. Everybody likes Wooper. And I'm among them. 7 out of 10. Pass. Paldean Tauros. Really cool gimmick. I was not expecting a Tauros to have multiple forms, but you have the stock standard fighting form, and then you also have the fighting fire and the fighting water form, which are all really cool. And I was not expecting a Tauros variant for me to actually like. I really wish we got a Paldean Miltank as well, but we didn't. So, a little bit of F from me as someone who loves Miltank, but Paldean Tauros is really cool. We'll give it like a 8 out of 10 pass. Hey, it's me the following day getting ready to edit this video. I'm stupid, by the way, and I forgot to rate the Hisuian Pokemon because I never rated those, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I made a TikTok about them, but I don't think I ever rated the Hisuian Pokemon. I meant to do that, but I had been recording for an hour and like 15 minutes straight, and my voice is starting to die, and I forgot, so I'm doing it now, even though my voice is just a little bit dead. So we're gonna close off this video by me rating the Hisuian Pokemon as well. Hisuian Growlithe. It's good. It's like, well, I wouldn't say it's great, but I don't hate it. We'll give it like a 6 out of 10 pass. Hisuian Arcanine is a lot better. Its shiny is really cool. I quite like this. Quite a bit. Very much like. We'll give it like an 8 out of 10 in a smash. Hisuian Voltorb. No thank you. 1 pass. Same thing for you, Hisuian Electrode. 1 pass. Hisuian Typhlosion. A lot of people like Hisuian Typhlosion. I don't. I'll give it like a 3 and a pass. Hisuian Samurott. This is my preferred and my chosen starter of the Hisuian Pokemon. It's really cool. I like it quite a lot. I think it's a great improvement on normal Samurott, who is also cool. I'll give this like a 9 and a smash. It's really good. Hisuian Lilligant. These are all out of order, by the way. So, I could not care less at this point. Hisuian Lilligant. Yeah, they took a Pokemon I like and made it a Pokemon I really, really hate. It looks incredibly stupid. I don't like it. 1 pass. Hisuian Zorua. It's really funny that when, Legends Arceus hadn't come out yet and we were just getting information about it, the day after I, finished drawing my fan-made regional variant, the one that Snowy's based off of, and I need to do a draw because the original looks like shit. The day after I finished making that, we got the trailer that revealed Hisuian Zorua and Zoroark, and I was really hoping that they would be Ice-type in some way, but no, they're normal Ghost, which is a cool typing, but I'm not really a fan about it. But, needless to say, I didn't like... We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. Zorua is good. Just flat out Zorua is good. We'll get this like a 9.5 out of 10. Pass. Hisuian Zoroark. I did not like at first, but it has come to grow on me, which has happened with a couple of the Hisuian variants. I did not like Hisuian Zoroark, but as I continued to play Legends Arceus and used my Hisuian Zoroark, I started liking it a lot more. I still prefer normal Zoroark, but Hisuian Zoroark is cool. We'll give it like a 8.6 out of 10 in a smash. Hisuian Braviary. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Nothing wrong with it. No complaints whatsoever. It looks kind of like a Harpy Eagle, and I appreciate that. Yeah, it's good. I like it. 9.5 out of 10. Smash. Haha, my least favorite. Well, not this one specifically. Hisuian Sliggoo. It's cute. I like it. I like how they just took the snail dragon and gave it its snail shell. It's nice. I like it, but I still prefer normal Sliggoo. Well, actually, for Sliggoo specifically, I think I prefer the Hisuian one. So I'll give it like a 7.2 out of 10 and a pass. Hisuian Goodra, however, I don't like. I much prefer normal Goodra. Much prefer. So I was really disappointed with Hisuian Gudra because, you know, Gudra is my favorite pseudo-legendary, and if memory serves, my favorite dragon type. I really like Gudra, and then we got Hisuian Gudra, and it, like, took away all the happy-go-lucky, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It took away Gudra's happy-go-lucky demeanor and made it sleepy, which is, like, all of the Hisuian Pokemon for some reason. There's a trend of them just being sleepy for some reason, and I don't like it. And on top of all of this, they made the shiny awful. It's a terrible shiny. I don't know why they didn't just give it normal Kalos? What would be that? I don't know why they didn't just make it normal Gudra shiny colors, and they just made it worse by making it barely change. I don't like it. I hate Hisuian Gudra. It is a 1 out of 10 in a pass, which is a stark contrast to my opinion of Gudra. Hisuian Avalugg. It's cool. I wish he wasn't Ice Rock, however, because that is going to get absolutely demolished by fighting type. But it's cool. I like it. At first, I thought it was going to be Ice Bug, which would have been cool, but, you know, same sort of issue with a 4 times weakness to fire this time though. But it's cool. I like it. We'll give it like a 7.2 out of 10 and a pass. Hisuian Decidueye. I really feel nothing about this variant. 5 out of 10 pass. Hisuian Quillfish. I don't understand why, and I will never understand why. 1 out of 10 pass. Overquill. Yeah, still bad, still stupid, still terrible, still not gonna use it. 1 out of 10 pass. Cleavor. Yeah, it's cool. Sort of like a Mongolian warlord version of Scyther. I like it. It's cool. Give it like a 8 out of 10 pass. Hisuian Sneasel. I didn't know about this one when I went in, and I'm really happy I didn't, because, you know, I came across what used to be the baby stage of my favorite Pokemon, but you watched the video, you know my new favorite ones, my new favorite baby stage favorite thing situation, whatever, is Charcadet. But the point is, at the time, Charcadet didn't exist, and Ceruledge didn't. So we got a variant for my favorite baby stage favorite Pokemon, and it's cool. It's neat. I wish it retained Ice type in some way, but Fighting Poison is a cool type, and now you have something to use that isn't Toxicroak, which is good for me because I don't like Toxicroak. Hisuian Sneasel's good. I like it. 9 out of 10. Pass. Sneasler. Yeah. At first I was like, okay, yeah, I kind of like it, but now it is by a leap and a jump my favorite Hisuian Pokemon. I love Sneasler so much. I have a shiny Sneasler that I'm waiting to transfer over to Violet whenever that becomes a thing. I love Sneasler. It's really good. I would say I like it as much as I like Weavile. I don't like one particularly more than the other. I like them for different reasons. But yeah, Sneasler's good. We'll give it 10 out of 10 smash, because it's my favorite Hisuian thing, so I get to give it a 10 out of 10. Anyway, past me needs to close off the video now, so see you later. Hey, me again from the future. I forgot to review the legendaries, so I'm just gonna do this quickly. Origin Form Dialga, really cool. I like it quite a lot. We'll give it like a 8.6 out of 10 and a pass. Origin Form Palkia. It's got too much of a centaur look going on for me to like it, but it's not terrible, I guess. I prefer normal Palkia though. We'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10 pass. And Enamorus should have never existed. It has no reason to exist. No one asked for this, and all of the genies look terrible, and this is no exception. Enamorus has no purpose to exist, and therefore is not getting a rating. Entirely pass. Same thing for the Therian form. It's equally terrible. Anyway, now I can actually close off the video. See you later. Okay, if I missed something, blame the internet for not having the information I need. But for the time being, that is all of the Gen 9 Pokemon rated from 1 to 10 and given a smash or pass. So yeah, to wrap up, I was not expecting this game to have such a banger lineup as it does. They really knocked it out of the park with this one. And I was doubly not expecting, one, for them to effectively introduce a Gardevoir variant that I love. Totally not expecting that. And I was super not expecting them to introduce a non-ice type, non-dark type Pokemon that becomes my new favorite Pokemon. Totally unexpected. Just, there were so many things in Gen 9 I was not expecting, and they all turned out amazing, which is incredible to me. Don't listen to what everyone was saying like, oh, Scarlet and Violet's a bad game because bugs or whatever. Yeah, this game is so good. Aside from the Pokemon designs, the story was also actually engaging and interesting. The game's good enough that you can really just look past the performance issues it currently has, especially since out there playing on fixing them soon, and just play this really, really good game. I feel like Scarlet and Violet managed to be the compelling, interesting story that Black and White stans wish Black and White actually was. That's my claim for this. Scarlet and Violet is insanely good. It just has a few performance problems right now. And apparently, for those of you who have an SD card in your Switch, apparently that can be fixed in part by just putting it on your console storage and not your SD card. I don't have an SD card, so I never experienced all of the really harsh like frame drops and bugs and stuff. So that might partly be why I didn't have as much a problem with performance as a lot of people did. So just word of warning. If you get Scarlet and Violet, or have Scarlet and Violet and are frustrated with it running or crashing or whatever, try putting it on your console storage, because apparently that fixes it, and I did not have like any issues with the game at all. Obviously I had a couple here and there, because you know it's a new game, but not nearly as much as the internet claims. So yeah, I fully recommend Scarlet and Violet. It was a shockingly good game, and the Pokemon designs were shockingly good. Yeah, with that in mind, I hope you enjoyed this video. There's a whole playlist right meow that you can go watch if you want to see me rate all of the other Pokemon when when the world was on fire. Specifically Oregon, part of the world, and on my old PC and had AC in the background. Yeah, fun, right? But the playlist is there. I recommend you go watch it. It's a whole lot of fun. I had a whole lot of fun with it. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to become a puff if you haven't already. Also, if you want to support me in the channel, consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month or sliding me some money through PayPal. I'm still working out on what I want to do with updating the Patreon rewards, as well as I'm still not fully sure if I want to bother trying to set up a Ko-Fi coffee link for donos instead of PayPal, but rest assured something is going to happen with my Patreon in the near future, so look out for that. My name's JR, and I will see you guys in the next one. It's going to be a while before we get Gen 10, but rest assured I will continue the series.